All right, for the second consecutive year, we got a season score of 1. It's not a surprise. I think we improved by like 3 wins over last year, but like that was it. I think we were like 55 and 107. I'm pretty sure. I can look really. Let me look. Info, history. Let me scroll out. We actually need to scroll. Yeah, we won 3 more games than last year. Our Pythagorean had us 3 wins better, so we lost 3 more games than we should have. But our ERA did go down this year. So that's always good to see. And we only finished 28 games back instead of 40. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. So we're going to start the offseason. Let's autoplay the day. Because actually... oh, wait. Never mind. I was just looking at the wrong spot. I was going to say it did not come up with any of the other stuff, but it did. All right. So let's look at our salary arbitration. Well, first let's look at our situation with free agency and contracts. So we'll go to team home screen and check the front office and see what our salary commitments are looking like this year. So we actually have not a whole lot of money for free agency this year. So we're going to look at what we can do as far as this goes in terms of saving money. Because we already got rid of the money we would have had to pay to the minor league guy who kept getting auto-renewed. Akil Morris has a player option for next year. Hyun-Soo Kim we can get rid of contract, although I doubt anyone would take it. A lot of people are going to arbitration this year. Burgos is going to have another year of renewal, but that's not a big deal. Corcoran. So nothing really we can do in terms of salary. Lincecum we could probably get back for cheap. And we're going to have to bargain bin shop for pitching again, probably. So, not the biggest deal in the world, though. So, we are going to non-tender Erasmo Ramirez. The rest of these were our guys we're going to keep, I'm pretty sure. So, maybe not Randall Delgado. But, if I don't keep Randall Delgado, I don't know what else we really have in our minor league system to, in terms of relief pitching anyway. A few guys are going up. Oh, we have James Pazos in the minor leagues who looks like he had a really good year this year, although he only pitched 23 2/3 innings. And really could stand a non-tender Delgado, but I imagine he doesn't want too much money. That's pretty much what it'll depend on. And I'm not bringing back Erasmo, so in terms of that, we're should be good. 2.2. I think we're gonna non-tender him. Yeah, we're gonna non-tender Randall Delgado. Bad year, not worth the money. And then like $1.5 million, I would have given it to him. All right, so Robles probably wants a fair bit of money. Yeah, he wants $4 million next year. That's a little bit much for a reliever, but we'll try and get him down to 3 if possible. I accidentally just moved the mic, so that might have made a noise. This didn't delete what I thought it was going to. That's the wrong button. 3 million. We will ask for his response in terms of that. Still wants 4.1. Let's try 3.5. See if he'll bite on that. All right, he'll take 3.5. Probably should have tried to go down a little bit, but whatever. Not the biggest deal in the world. We're not really spending the money on anything better anyway, so Segrist we will take a look at, and we're probably going to end up trading Segrist this year because he's getting closer to free agency, but he does not want a lot of money. So I'll try and get him down to like $800,000. And because his arbitration estimate is $950, if we can save any money on that, I'd like to. If we can do $900,000, I'd like that. If not, we can always go back to $950. I do not want to give you that. You need to work on saving as much money as possible. and figure out something with Hyun-Soo Kim. See if we can get another outfielder. Alright, so that worked. We really are not. We don't have any money. We're on such a shoestring budget that we have to save as much money as possible. Chasen Shreve, who pretty good year, 913,000. So arbitration estimate is 800,000. So I think that if their arbitration estimate is a certain number, they won't accept anything below that. So I'm gonna assume if this doesn't work, then we're just gonna have to start offering people the arbitration. Arbitration estimate. Yeah, alright, so we'll just start offering arbitration estimate every on all these contracts, so it's not as much of a waste time with all these turned down offers, because it looks like that's the minimum that they'll accept. So Chasen Shreve is taken care of. Corcoran, I like as a backup catcher, although he wants a little bit too much. I think I will let him walk and see what we can get back in, or see if we can get something in free agency that's cheaper or just as good, or maybe bring him back. So Scott Van Slyke, he wants 1.7 mil is his arbitration estimate. So this is probably going to be the last year of Scott Van Slyke, because he only has 2 more years of team control left. So hopefully he has a good season and we can get a lot out of him. I have to close this stupid pop-up. Hopefully he has a good year and we can get a lot out of him in a trade, maybe a prospect or two. So that'd be good. Wilmer Flores, we should probably get under a contract for a while. 4 mil is his arbitration estimate. This is, let's see, 3. So he has technically 2 more. No, he has, what, 2 more years? What is, let me see. Let me go back. Back to this. Yeah, I want to look at his player card. So he will be free agent eligible. Doesn't say when. Not 100% sure where I can go to see that, but 3 years. So basically 4 years. So after this year will be his last year of free agency eligibility. So if we can get him under a contract now, then I would really like to work on that. So if we can do, like, let's say this year we do 4 mil, and then the year after that do 6, and then for year 3 do 8, and then we'll keep him on 8 for 3. He's 26. 6 years would take him to 32. So we'll take him to 32 or 33. Looks like it'll be one or the other, and we'll see if he wants that contract. All right, he likes that. Probably could have gone a little bit lower, but that's a really good contract for Wilmer Flores. 6 years, 42 mil. So that has an average value of 7 mil a year, and we get a pretty good discount on the first 2 years. For my DH, that's not a bad, because you gotta think, like, you're paying $7 million for 1 win, and he's definitely at least a 1-win player. Just hopefully we can do something about increasing the budget at some point, because it's gonna get bad after a while. VR wants a 2.8 mil extension or arbitration, so we can definitely do that. Or he's gonna cost that in arbitration. I'll have to see. I'll have to look around to see if there's something we can do to increase the budget, like something clogging up all our money, or maybe it's just attendance. Maybe we just need to get the team better. It's the vicious cycle of your team has to be good for you to make money, but you have to make money for your team to be good. Preston Tucker wants, what does he want? 980. 800 is his arbitration estimate, so his expectation is a bench player. That's weird. Why is he angry then if we're starting him and he expects to be a bench player? Alright. It's not bad. And Looks like we're actually going to have a pretty good amount of money left, surprisingly enough. Because it says we'll have 18 mil left if all these players accept their extensions. Pending minor league free agents. There's no one I really want back, I don't think. Obviously not. The real answer would be obviously not if, he has a minor league contract, though. He wants a minor league, or a major league salary. Alright, Pedro Severino. I will give you that. But, I can't guarantee you're going to play in the major leagues. Where is he? Right there. He has actually doesn't really have that great of potential, but it's not really like he could be any worse than what we already have. Because we, Rene Rivera and, who's the other one? I can't remember his name. Corcoran. We might just make him our backup catcher next year anyway. Alright, so we'll work on an extension for Rene Rivera. He wants 3 years. I will give you 2. But that price that you gave is pretty much fair. And we'll use for all. And we'll uncheck option box. Because even as a backup catcher, if he ends up being a backup catcher, that's pretty decent money. In terms of what we're paying out. Yeah. And I want to get Lincecum back. Because he had a pretty decent year. And I'll keep giving him a series of 1-year contracts. If he wants that. That's all he wants. It's actually not a bad deal for 2 years, but I only want him for 1. And we'll do 1.5. That's not a bad contract. So yeah, probably could have taken that second year at 1.3 for what we honestly paid for him in the end, but it's not a big deal. And we non-tendered Delgado, Erasmo, and Carlos Corcoran. So we're going to need at least another starter. Probably multiple starters. We'll see. I'm going to write this down in my my phone. So you need a starter. We need a 4th outfielder because Deaza was terrible. Or even like a 3rd outfielder. So a bunch of these guys accepted their contracts. So Preston Tucker signed a contract. He'll be re-signing. Robles, Shreve, fan reaction. All right, they like the extension for VR, even though it's only for 1 year, and they like the contract for Flores, even though they don't seem super excited because fan interest is only up a little bit. So that's good. We'll get rid of all our mail. So we'll go back to salary arbitration, and we'll just look to make sure that we're all set. The arbitration eligible players we all got rid of, and then our pending free agents are pending signing. Was there anyone else here who had like good potential that we're just like overlooking? Doesn't look like it. Ryan Quintero, how is he? No, he's not very good. Alright, so how was Needy? Doesn't look like he's very good either, so. Alright, we need a 4th outfielder. Any bullpen help, backup catcher we could use. Backup catcher. I think in terms of everything else, we're pretty fine. I don't really think we need anything. And Rene Rivera re-signed for the next year. So that's nice. It's pretty solid defensively. And Tim Lincecum. Wow, that's quite the angry message from quite the angry message from Tim Lincecum. If he really wants 2 years, we can give him 2 years. Alright, Pedro Severino's time. Alright, so Gold Glove Awards. Gallardo, Zunino, Cabrera, Lurie Garcia, Kyle Seager, Simmons, Gordon, Buxton, Reddick. Alright, Reddick's on the Yankees apparently. Matt Harvey on the Colorado Rockies. That's why he wasn't the top guy. Who did they trade for him? Oh, this was last offseason's trade. Nolan Arenado. Oh, I knew that. Yeah, I saw that in like the. All right, I did see that before. That I didn't see that this was the trade, but I saw that the Mets had Arenado because of the simulation. But yeah, because he's right here too. Tom Murphy, Brandon Belt, Matt Carpenter, Arenado, J.P. Crawford, Carlos Gonzalez, who's on the Reds apparently. Yeah, that's why they're so good. Billy Hamilton and David Peralta. Very strange. Gold Glove alignment in the NL. Wow, he doesn't even want to talk anymore. All right, so that's fine. There's plenty of Tim Lincecums to be had in free agency. I would have given him his second year if he really wanted it, but apparently it was not important enough. So stop and get a drink quick. Kenley Jansen won the NL reliever of the year. Cody Allen won AL. It's not a surprise since it was like second or third in Cy Young voting last year, which is really messed up in this game. So look at Silver Sluggers. We might have a couple this year. It's totally in play. Giolito won the NL Silver Slugger. He had a 700 OPS. That's not bad for a pitcher. Buster Posey won catcher. Goldschmidt, Matt Carpenter, Chris Bryant, who had a kind of down year, but he had an 850 OPS. That's not too bad. Just wasn't hitting a whole lot. He still got on base a pretty decent amount, though. Corey Seager, Bryce Harper, who had an insane year. 8 WAR. Holy God. Jock Peterson, 36 home runs. And Jorge Soler. He didn't have the greatest. He hit 45 home runs. That's probably what that is. All right, let's see if we got any guys in here. So Salvador Perez, Kendrys Morales, Mookie Betts playing second base apparently with 7 wins. Carlos Santana, Francisco Lindor, Chris Davis, Mike Trout, Miguel Sano, and we did have one. Wilmer Flores, 121 WRC plus. He did have like a 800 OPS this year, just over 800, 21 home runs. Not too bad. Definitely probably more deserving people, but I think it has everything to do with the fact that Flores is... Well, no, he's not even listed as a DH in this game. I thought I changed his position to DH, but apparently that was not the case. He's been pretty solid, despite really not having a defensive position and being our DH. He's been very good in terms of racking up wins. And yeah, he was a 2.5 win player, and we got him for the price of basically 1. So Rowdy Tellez won Rookie of the Year. He hit 45 home runs and 111 RBI. Ryan O'Hearn and AJ Reed were the other two. NL rookie went to Marco Sepulveda. I think he finished like second in the league in ERA, or the NL anyway, 18-3. 245 ERA, 256 strikeouts in 220 innings. Dae Yuan Kwan finished second. He was 16-4 with a 3.15 ERA. They had 2 rookies, and I think they won the World Series last year too, so that's a surprise. And Ryan McMahon finished in third. He had a pretty surprisingly good year for being a kind of low overall rated player, but they haven't re-scouted the players at all yet, so he might have just been like that toward the end of last year. So Ned Yost and Dave Roberts won Manager of the Year. Very nice. I don't even care who came in second or third, because that award's kind of a crapshoot in this game anyway. It's pretty much whoever has the best team. Cy Young went to Clayton Kershaw. What a shock. In the middle of his great season now. I wouldn't be surprised if Kershaw always won every Cy Young from the rest of time. Marco Sepulveda and Noah Syndergaard. And in the AL, it's David Price. Freaking stupid. Sonny Gray and Matt Moore. Matt Moore finished third. What the hell? 18-7, 291 ERA. Nice year from him. It's finally his good year after Tommy John. And Sonny Gray, 14-11 with 224 strikeouts and 237 innings pitched. Not the greatest year in the world, but he might have had I don't know. Voting in this game is a little bit weird sometimes. San Francisco and Washington apparently made a deal. Let's see what that is. Nothing. It's Sam Dyson. Kershaw won the MVP, and Miguel Sano won the MVP in the AL. That's pretty weird. He'd have 114 RBI though, so that might be what they're basing it on. Who finished second and third here? Kendrick Morales finished second in the AL. Paul Goldschmidt finished second, finally getting some recognition, and Bryce Harper finished third. It's not a surprise. Clayton Kershaw's worth 7 wins this year, so, and the Dodgers were amazing. They had like 3 of the best pitchers in the league, all on the same staff. So it doesn't look like they're missing Greinke a whole lot. So let's simulate up ahead to free agency, and then we will look at what is available in free agency. So yeah, looking back to the Kershaw thing though, I don't think I've ever seen a pitcher be this good for this long, like in a season. At what he's like, just what he's been doing has been incredible, and it's like I actually want to watch Dodger games for once in my entire life, because usually they've been so badly handled in like the last few years that I just never want to, like, if a Dodgers game is on, I'll usually kind of stray away, but I'll turn it over if I'm not doing anything and the Dodgers happen to be playing, because they're a West Coast team, so a lot of the games they play are later, and they're on when a lot of other teams aren't playing, and usually later at night is when I watch baseball anyway. So in past years, it's kind of been like, oh, the Dodgers are playing, I'll watch the Giants instead if they're both at home. But the Dodgers are actually fun again to watch because they're a new manager. It's a little bit better. They have a lot of better players, better pitching. Watching that team before, just had a lot of guys that didn't make sense. But Blake Snell apparently played this year in the league. David Price didn't even finish top 3 in ERA. He was 3rd in pitching WAR, too. Sonny Gray was really high in pitching WAR. He must not have walked a lot of guys. Apparently, Martin Perez was 2nd. So, it's very strange. I received a personal message. So, international free agents enter the market. Let's see what there is. A lot of Japanese. This starting pitcher looks pretty good. Stuff's not the greatest. He has a really good fastball, and that not very good, but he has good control, and that's one of the better things you can look at in a pitcher for success in this game. Because if you don't, it's a lot of walks. Pretty okay pitcher, pretty bad pitcher, pretty bad pitcher, pretty bad, pretty bad. Not bad for what it is. A second baseman, we're gonna have to look at him, and center fielder. So, oh my God, 70 home run power, amazing left fielder and first baseman. That's a really good, good player. We have to look at that. Expects to be in the top of the lineup. That's very strange. Why is his position center field? And Ricardo Cantu, gap power, avoids Ks. He'd be like a perfect second baseman. What is he? I imagine he's looking at a lot in a contract, though. Oh, wow, that's affordable. We'll have to look at him. But we do have to be very smart with our free agency. So, Brinkman's back in free agency again. Kendrys Morales off of a second-place MVP finish is in free agency. Lorenzo Cain, free agent. Tyson Ross, Jordan Negrin, who's apparently really good in this game. Unless it's a different one that I'm thinking of. Yeah, the center fielder wants a lot of money. It sucks because we could really use a better center fielder. Our second base situation isn't the worst in the world. I really think we actually need a first base or a third baseman, if anything. But I will look really quick at line up some pitching, line up some depth charts. No, third base we have Yeimer Candelario. So it's not really a position that we're too bad at because he's a really good player, very good. So we'll go back. We'll look at free agents. Yeah, if we got a second baseman, the only thing is, if we got a second baseman, we need somewhere for Schimpf to play. I really want to get an outfielder, but I definitely cannot afford. Can you scroll up? Thanks. I only can't afford $20 million a year and probably a bidding war. So, Al Albuquerque wants a lot of money. This pitcher is actually affordable too, surprisingly. I really did not think that he would be within the realm of possibility for price range. But looks like that might be the case. So, yeah. Other than that, Cantu is a little bit older. 28 years old. Yeah. I don't know. He doesn't have the greatest eye in the world. I mean, he is within the realm of possibility. We can absolutely afford him. And this is the kind of asset you usually go after, but I'm just not sure. I'm going to look kind of throughout, see if there's anything else so we can get. Doesn't look like there's very much here at all. It's really disappointing. Why is Darvish so cheap? He is really good. Why is he... Oh, he had a 5.08 ERA last year. No compensation. A couple rough years. Kind of a reclamation project, but I don't think it's too terrible. It's really good stuff still. He'd be a guy we signed like a 1-year deal and uses like a trade chip at the deadline or something. Drew Hutchison, that would be an intriguing one because he's only 27. He has stamina. Could be really good. And he doesn't want a whole lot of money, it looks like, a 1.6 mil a year. So that'd be the more of the kind of players we're looking for, like Darvish, Drew Hutchison types. I do want to look at outfielders though, so we'll sort by that. Because even if there's not a great outfielder who can be like a good or like a top of the corner, like or about top of the corner, a top of the lineup keystone guy. I still need a third outfielder, or a fourth outfielder, excuse me. Someone like Peter Borges. This is a really disappointing outfield free agency class. A lot of the guys are very hit first. Yeah, this guy is really good to have, but I doubt we can be logical to go get him. Because even if he took our $20 million offer, we'd only have $7 million left, and that's not very good. So, and there's going to be a lot of guys on our team that do need to be paid. So, Charlie Blackmon might be good to get though. I don't know why he's rated so low in this game. Oh, he had a kind of bad year last year, and the year before that. He's really good in real life. He's never really been good in this game, so I'm not super surprised by the fact that he is not very good. But yeah, we'll look at Peter Borges. Pretty sure he can. Yeah, he can play left and center, and I imagine if we threw him in right, it wouldn't be a disaster. Let's offer him a contract. I'm gonna take care of like the depth needs on my roster first, and then we'll worry about everything else. So if we can negotiate him down to like 1 mil, just delete all this and go up to 1 mil. Ask for his response on that, and if he doesn't want it, it's not that big of a deal. But definitely that kind of players who we're after. Yeah, we need a fourth outfielder. I don't like a catcher real quick. So Wellington Castillo, AJ Jimenez, Roberto A. Pena. He's young. Not ever going to hit. Amazing defensively. That's really what all his ratings are. And he got demoted from AAA to high A ball. So probably not as great of a option as I might think. Alex Avila. AJ Jimenez doesn't want a lot of money. Solid gap power. Really good defensively. He can be a good backup. Young too. It's also the guy who wants the least amount of money. Give him a 1-year contract. And then if he overperforms it, we can always trade him. Not that I imagine that will happen, but you never know. Alright, so apparently this class is all infielders because I did not see anything before for outfielders. And catcher was pretty barren, although catchers are all pretty bad in general these days. So really it's only Brickman and Cantu. Jordan Negron's pretty good. Is he the same one as real life? No, he's totally fake. Looks like he's getting a lot worse too. Although we did kind of a trade to... Oh yeah, this is the guy who stole 76 bases 2 years ago. That's right. He did really get reinvigorated by a trade to Oakland, so I'm not sure. I'm not going after him anyway because I don't like any of the fake players. We already have one, and it's more than enough. David Ortiz is still playing, apparently. Justin Smoke's pretty good defensively. Daeho Lee's a free agent. He's pretty good in real life this season for the Seattle Mariners. So if we go to your ratings, outfield is not very good. So he's definitely an infielder. So at second base, we'd have to get rid of Ryan Schimpf to get to Cantu. I really don't know what the difference between the two would be at this point. Although, if Schimpf could play first base... Actually, how are his ratings in the outfield? Range is bad. You could always get better. Where's... He doesn't have a defensive first base position. Trying to think. Because it's probably really smart to go after that second baseman. But at the same time, I really don't have a spot for him. And his demand went up, didn't it? It was 10 mil. Now it's 11. It might have been 11.5 mil before. We have 25 million. I will look at... Oh, it's opened up to all of them now. Yeah, this is a really bad free agency class. So, let's look at pitchers so we can get or starters anyway. Get a couple of them in here. So this starter from Japan is demanding a lot of money, and I'm probably not going to go after him. He is not very good anyway. I don't think anyway. Personally, would not go after him for that much money. Lance Lynn, Yu Darvish. Yeah, Yu Darvish is one of the ones I want to look at. Tanaka's a free agent too. Apparently he opted out. He has really good control. He had a 4.20 ERA last year. He hasn't been very good during his Yankee contract. If we didn't have that 3 mil tied up in Hyun-Soo Kim right now, it'd totally be good to go. Or we'd totally be good to go after one of the Cuban guys. Erasmo, we just non-tendered. Yeah, it's guys like Drew Hutchison aren't here either. Maybe we'd be better off just looking at pitchers in general. That's probably... They scrolled all the way down to the bottom. Brett Cecil. A lot of relievers. Maybe this wasn't the greatest idea to go this way. Alright, so we're going to sign Drew Hutchison to a deal because he can start if we need him to. He's probably going to have a spot in the rotation, honestly. We'll give him 1.6, sure. That's not going to break the bank by any stretch of the imagination. Apparently got non-tendered by the Blue Jays. Drew Storen's hurt. Tanner Roark we had at one point, and he was pretty terrible for us. I want to see if he's still any good now. Yeah, he's pretty bad. Friggin' Toronto. I think we traded him there. Yeah, we did. He didn't do too bad his first year. 9-5 after he started 1-11 with a 7.65 ERA. That was the Richard Urena trade that we made and ultimately screwed up. But to get rid of Roark, it was worth it, even to lose a prospect. In the end, Sean Armstrong. I didn't know Marco Estrada was from Mexico. A lot of good relievers. You're the one to like stock up on a couple relievers. Let's look at starters again, because I want to go sign Yu Darvish to like a 1-year deal. Because if he sucks, then we can just get rid of him. And he doesn't really want... Oh, he's not even interested in signing anyway. It sucks. I could have used him as like a reclamation project. But anyone else who doesn't want a whole lot of money? Ishikawa. Could sign him. Got pretty decent ratings. Doesn't want a whole lot of money. Offer him a contract. Let's just go for that. Probably have to up it anyway, so go back to the free agency pool. Whatever loads. Tim Lincecum, we friggin' already pissed off apparently. Drew Smiley, that would be a good one to go after. 1.5 stars. Got good stuff in control still. Extreme fly ball pitcher. I don't know how that's going to bode with our team at all. He's had a few bad seasons, but he probably still has a little bit salvageable about him. So 1.1 million. All right. And we have the money still to go after that second baseman. So I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. Although, do you have money to go after? No, I didn't like his pitches. He's also not a starter at all. Let's look at relievers too while we're at it. We got quite a bit of money to play around with, so it's not like I'm trying to make the team bad, so it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if we were a competitive team this year. Adam Warren doesn't want a lot of money. Why is that? Concerns me. Fringe guy, 4 good pitches, 6.23 ERA last year. He's coming off a couple bad years. Good bounce back candidate, I guess. It's kind of guys that I'm looking at more than anything else. He could be like a long guy. For that money, I really don't have anything to lose. Well, we'll do that. And I think we're going to go after that second baseman. So, make a splash. We don't really need a second baseman, but we can move. Apparently this guy can play second base too. He just play like everywhere. Apparently. He's going to be really good. But I don't want him. I want the second baseman. Cantu. Cheap. Good gap power. Avoids strikeouts. Got a good eye. Not ever going to hit for power, really. Home run power. But he plays an amazing second base. So, what are his... I think I already looked at what his other ratings were. And signing him to a long-term deal is not going to kill us. Opt out after year 3. I'm not going to give you an option if I give you an opt-out. That's just doesn't even make sense. Let's see. 29-30 will be his first 2 years. 31, 32, 33, 34. That's not too terrible, honestly. I don't want to give you an opt-out, though. Because I risk losing you for nothing. I'll give you all those bonuses. Those are fine. Alright. He took that normal. And, yeah, looks like we're still going to have a lot of money left over, too. Even though I think we assessed all our needs. Let's see. Let's look at what we done. So, backup catcher, 4th outfielder. I could probably use another infielder, but B.J. Moore is fine. And then Hanser Alberto will fill that other spot where we need a shortstop. Hutchison could potentially start. Drew Smiley could potentially start. Ishikawa could potentially start. And Adam Warren's going to be like a swing guy. I'm going to go look at more, or I want to look at more, I should say. I want to look at more relievers in free agency. And then we'll look at all the potential guys we could get in the minors. So, because we do have about $4 million left to spend on 1-year contracts, so, or on long-term contracts even. I don't want any of these really good guys. I want guys who like want no money. This Cuban guy new, or is he playing the minors? Looks like he's an import. Oh, he's a starter, it looks like. He only has 2 pitches, though. You know, we'll offer him a contract. Can't really hurt, I imagine. He only wants $761,000. Even if he ends up in the minors. And I should also see what personnel I need to get for the Major League team. Because I did not look at that. And that would be a good thing to take care of. Jake Diekman doesn't want a lot of money either. Yeah, because my lineup is pretty much set. Even if I don't really get anybody. It's totally fine. I'm going to get Brian Madison, though. He wants a little bit too much money for me. Why does Glenn Perkins want so much money? Ryan Tepera, Blake Smith, Alex Torres. I do need a lefty. I'm pretty sure. No, we have Chase and Shreve. And yeah, you can never have too many lefties. Ryan Webb's pretty good, too. I actually kind of want Ryan Tepera, not just because he's a Blue Jay, but Alex Torres has been in the minors for like 3 years. Played with the Mets that year, and they're pretty year. Wasn't very good. Go back. We'll go with Tepera. A little more reliable. Not super great ratings, but pretty solid all around. So, alright. We are going to get out of here after that. So, this is offers. So, we got a couple relievers, a few starters. Cantu, hopefully, going to sign with us. And we can move Ryan Schimpf to the outfield. Porges is a 4th outfielder. And AJ Jimenez. Those are really the only 2 roster holes. The rest of this is just kind of, I guess, luck. We should see, though. And actually, I'll wait until Cantu signs, because if he doesn't, then it wouldn't make any sense. But I'm gonna see if we can trade Hyun-Soo Kim's contract. I imagine not. I imagine that wouldn't be the case because it's really bad. In retrospect, I thought he would be a solid player at the very least, and Preston Tucker would be the one that I was looking at replacing. But it is not the biggest deal in the world. So. I'm going to delete all this. Oops. And, oh, yeah, I didn't do team stuff. I wanted to look at personnel. There we go. So, good. Pitching coach we need. It looks like our scouting director is still good. So, who wants to be a pitching coach? And who is actually good is the question. Or even better than good. Because if we can get a good pitching coach, yeah, it looks like there's only good. If we can get a really good pitching coach, then we'll be in pretty good shape. Be a Japanese guy. This guy's only 53 years old. Looking at neutral. Elias Pena, because between these like good guys, there's really not a difference. So, I'll go with we'll keep the international theme up, and we'll hire Michiori Maeda. I don't want Steve Lyons. Go back to well, he was a real pitcher. Yeah, for the White Sox, I'm pretty sure. Steve Lyons. It might just be a coincidence, but because he's not a pitching coach in real life, so. Alright, Michinori Maeda. Alright, now we can sum forward a little bit. And I really don't know what's on the plate this offseason. Rule 5 draft, we'll have to protect some guys from, but other than that, I have to actually remember to do it this year. Trade proposal from San Francisco. Mitch Moreland for Alejandro Torrell. Isn't this guy... Oh, wow, we picked him in the draft and he's that good? Jesus. Should probably pay attention next time. I did not think he was that good. Holy crap. Yeah, USA really doesn't like him, but I don't care. Or is that the guy that they thought, the scouting director thought we should have taken first? I don't think so. We already had Tommy Malone on our team, didn't we? Oh, no, he's on our team still. That's right. And Mitch Moreland. I don't want Mitch Moreland.